morning. So today our main interesting topic is that we are present at NASSCOM and today's speaker is the director of NASSCOM, Nirupam Chaudhuri. Good morning,
Very
sir.
good morning to you.
Nice to have you. Today we are waiting for the captivating conversation with him. So sir, my first question is, what is the definition of tech business in your dictionary?
Yeah. Any business which is actually trying to solve a problem which exists, right? So, if you talk about intervention of tech, like for example, if you talk about a fintech entity or a health tech or a retail tech entity, what they're trying to do is, with application of technology, they're trying to solve some actual problems. It could be like patient bed availability in a hospital. It could be ranging from where to place my hoarding so that the visibility is much more for the audience. When guys who are moving on the streets, how to find out the correct location. It could range from, for example, if I go to say fintech area, what would be certain applications by which I can get more attention from my customers, right? So there could be several live needs. So it is very important for a business. Because from NASSCOM we also work very closely with startups, we incubate startups as well, as you would know. And their government of West Bengal is playing a very important role. They provide a lot of support for that. So we regularly hear from startups when they come and pitch to our steering committee. And there one thing comes up again and again, where is that really solving a business problem? And then only you will get customers very fast. Otherwise, you keep on developing a product, if you're not so focused on customer centricity, it goes for a toss. So it is very crucial that in our parlance also, it is very important that we define something where we get an actual problem being solved with intervention of tech, and we get customers fast. And also, if required, we'll do course corrections. So one problem might not be relevant after 6 months. It might not be relevant for 2 years. That time, that leader, the business leader, should be able to do course correction, or he might be able to change overall his business objective of the company as well. Depends upon what scenario this is. So this is to be dynamic, and the company has to be very flexible in terms of taking those decisions. Otherwise, if we stick to something which is like, I've started this business with this objective, and 2 years down the line it is obsolete. If I carry on with that due to my passion that this is my baby, right? Then it will be a tremendous problem.
Yes, at first we have to set our goals, and then mainly we have to focus on the objectives.
Absolutely.
And we also focused on the customer engagement.
That's right.
Yeah. So my next question is, how can we relate cybersecurity with business?
Most crucial. In fact, there are few emerging tech areas, including even some of the very important engagements that customers are doing over different channels now, and they are actually, customers are being dealt with by the IT vendors in a fashion where a major part of that is digital channels now. Either we are talking on a chat, or we are taking a video call, or even if we are meeting customers, our database is accessible at times. So it is very important that the app and we are having this smart device where we take a lot of decisions from now. Most of the even websites are mobile ready. So basically mobile first. So basically it is very crucial that we understand that we are keeping our customers' data safe with us. If we have a digital engagement, if we are running a website, if we have a web app, or we are doing our transactions where we're accessing the server, we're accessing clients from different places, it is extremely crucial to make sure that we are doing secure, we're following secure processes. We're making sure that we have a team which is 24/7 geared up to understand whether any malicious activity is happening or any tarnish happening to internal employees as well as external clients. And also it is very crucial to have a policy where internal clients would also have certain compliance, right? Internal clients mean whom? Your employees. In a company, like a company who have 500 employees, it is not just important to secure the outside premises or when somebody is approaching you. Your internal employees also should be aware of the processes which need to be followed, proper patch downloads and everything, so that their computers are safe. Otherwise, a problem could happen from inside, and you would never know.
So we have to look into our cyber security. It is very crucial and very important for everything. We have to maintain a cyber security chain system between employees and clients, right, sir? So my next question is, what is the present IT scenario in Eastern India, and are we headed for better times?
Excellent question. Yeah. So if I look at certain statistics. See, in the last 2 to 3 years, what we have, in NASSCOM, we interacted with most of the companies who are coming to the region, new or existing companies expanding their operations. We find definitely a very positive outlook in the last 2 to 3 years, especially. We find many companies, expanding their operations in eastern part of India. It's not just Kolkata or Bhubaneswar or other places, but even going to a lot of tier 2 cities. Be it Siliguri or Durgapur or Balasore for that matter. We see many because see the boundaries are not defined anymore, right? You could do very effective work from your home, even if you are working out of a tier 3, tier 4 city, or in a IT park in that particular area, or a smaller infrastructure in that city, right? Increasingly, we see that happening, and especially in eastern part of India. We have seen so many companies come in the last 2-3 years, and not only that, predominantly this is the SME territory, and here the companies who are working very closely in the community, be it NASSCOM or even the full community, we see there are a lot of very good quality work being done for international clients, and it doesn't matter where you're working from, right? The dynamics has changed, but number of companies and over the homegrown companies as well as external the companies who don't have head office in Eastern India, overall there is a plus. So we are definitely hopeful that more such entities come to Eastern India, and definitely very hopeful of a very better times way ahead.
My next question is, what is the importance of market intelligence in business?
Yeah, very interesting question as well. See, companies use market intelligence for taking certain crucial decisions, and it is very important to keep abreast of what's going on in the market, or what's going to happen in the market 2 years, 3 years, or 5 years down the line, right? And that's why there are consultants, and even in NASSCOM we have very active research wing which provides such very important crucial reports. What is the scenario all around, and how it can affect somebody's business? It can be a BPM company, it can be a product company, it can be an IT services firm, it can be an analytics concern, it could be AI concern, right? It could be anybody, right? You have to understand what your competitors are doing, right? You need to understand what kind of macroeconomic changes are going to happen in coming times, and how it is going to affect your business. You also need to understand your addressable market, and maybe in different geographies, like if I am present in India and say SAARC countries, like I have a presence in Bangladesh, India and Sri Lanka for that matter, there could be huge lot of opportunities for me in say North Africa or Southeast Asia, and where I could find suitable clients. Now, how do I get intelligence on that? I need to understand, I do some lipsticks to understand what could be potential for my solutions. I could have a product or a service, as I told. How would clients see those solutions and adopt those solutions in that geography? So it is important to be on top of things first of all, and there are certain very professional approach which is required to do such kind of market intelligence gathering. It is not just reports, but also a lot of secondary research and primary activities, like talking to your clients, talking to your clients' clients, talking to government officers, and talking to consultants, talking to and going to several important events or focused activities where you get to understand what are the predictions for the next 2-3 years, what are the trends.
Exactly. So relevant to this, I want to ask you one question, sir. Is artificial intelligence better than human intelligence? What do you think, sir?
It's a tricky question, of course. See, AI definitely has its tremendous advantages, and in the last 8 to 10 years, the way it has emerged with time, there are so many applications where it has shown us that how can we solve a typical problem much faster, and keeping in mind what a human being would also do, right? I'm giving a small example to you.
Yes, sir, please.
Like for example, if you talk about say radiologists who are at least scanning through CT scans and X-rays and also the reports of patients, right?
And AI is our friend, not a competitor. How can business use market intelligence to their advantage?
Yeah, I already touched it in a little bit. So basically, as I mentioned earlier also, it is very important that the market intelligence somebody gathers, be it by associating with market analysts or going into industry activities with entities like, I mean, bodies like ours, or talking to key people who are influencers in the market. They would give you indicators, right? It is very important to understand where we are headed to. And market intelligence it is not just for future, but also your present set of customers. So basically, if I have 1,000 customers, I need to get an idea what is the health scenario of my client's outlook towards me, right? Is my product or solution still relevant? What advancements are needed? What R&D requirements are there? All those things are crucial, and also get a pulse of the market, so that I can give better solutions to my customers.
Today our last question is, how can a tech company make their GTM strategy more effective? Go to market strategy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, very, very important. In fact, especially for emerging companies, smaller companies who are coming up, who are emerging, who are making their mark. For them, they are trying to reach to newer areas, newer clients, newer sectors. It is very important that your message is being heard, right? What you want to convey, this is being heard by the target segment.
Yes.
If I am selling a mobile phone, and if I target a 5-year-old kid, he is not my client, right? Just giving an odd example. So basically you need to reach out to the right segment and fast. We don't have time, right? So there are very effective ways now. We are in the era of digital marketing. We are in the era where we are using different channels, be it social media, your Instagram, your LinkedIn, your even for Facebook for that matter. There are so many channels which are being consciously used by professional clients to make sure that some proposition is reaching to the right segments. So it is very important to make sure first of all, to analyze what product someone has, what solutions he has to offer, then identify the right segment where to reach, and then identify the channels. And don't overdo that. If I post 5 times in a day what my product does, we would not have followership. People will block you. So it is a very balanced approach. How you would go about reaching your clients. If you call somebody, if you call your client, you are talking to your client in various channels now. It is not just limited to phone calls. It could be a video chat, it could be a Zoom, Teams chat, or it could be a voice call, video call, whatever format. There are several. You are meeting clients, physical mode, right?
Yes.
So in every mode and in every channel, you need to understand what is the normal process to be followed. Don't overdo that.
Yes.
Neither should be out of sight, out of mind, but you have to keep in touch with very important people who you think can give you values, business, right? So it could be existing clientele, it could be potential clients. How to reach out to them through different channels so that your proposition is known to them. And also apart from that, if you talk about industry engagements, like being a thought leader in that company. If I XYZ company, and if I'm a thought leader, I would want brand building for my company as well as me. If I'm a thought leader, if I'm a CEO or CTO of the company or a CXO, I would come to panel like a NASSCOM panel. If you suppose you are featuring 4 thought leaders and you were talking about a particular stack. For example, I'm talking about today how bots are changing, the outlook and how bots are more effective. And if somebody is in that business, it is very important for him to come and talk about the value proposition so the customers understand better and then you have better clientele. Right? So it is important to, and also not only that, you come and partner with certain very crucial engagements where you believe that your target audience, your target client will be present in the crowd.
Right.
It could be a very focused CIO connect where you have only 100 people entering, and there are top 5-10 CIOs out of a community. You would want to go there, and maybe if there is a half an hour, 45 minutes presentation, you would want to be part of that. So there are several channels. You got the idea. So it is extremely crucial to understand the channels, understand your segments, and know your products and how it is changing with time, so that you can target better.
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
Yeah. We should focus on those main channels. We should understand those segments, and those prescribed duties must not be renounced, not do extra publicize, but do your work. That's you want to say. And thank you, sir, for sharing with us your valuable speech. It makes our tech savvy more innovative. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.